Hello again, magmawk, and in our last short adventure, we got Kane, our dragoon, not dragon, dragoon, some nice upgrades. Yes indeedy, by taking a certain path in life. So let's take another path in life, throughout the moon's core. Why? Because you keep dropping gil along the way, and need to sell your old equipment. And speaking of old equipment, since he had Gingy armor equipped, we can equip Edge with his old Gingy armor if we want to. There's a little bit of trade-off on the attack, but nonetheless, I think it's a bit of an upgrade. The body armor, on the other hand, not so much. I'll stick with the ninja armor, thank you. Upgrades much needed magical defense there. And let's continue on our path. Which path? Why is another fork in the road, of course? Because somewhere, somehow, we must upgrade our friends. Our friends being our current party. Yes. Now on the 4th, 5th, and 6th basement floors, you'll start to get into a different set of enemies. There's those kangaroos I was talking about that have a nasty tendency to counterattack a lot. I mean, their regular attack ain't pretty either, but come on. And then they blitz ya, just for the heck of it. And take off half of Edge's health. Lovely. So let's get some help in here, before they entangle us to our doom. And if you need to, protect Edge's image, because it's important in life. No problem with Bahamut, of course. Except when that happens. Of course, you may come up with your own fighting techniques on how to beat enemies, using magic or your various abilities. Just remember, there is a tremendous amount of gil and experience available in the moon's core. So level up, and make yourself more powerful, because you will be needing those levels. I'm still a little bit under-leveled, especially for our next boss, which we shall eventually face. Not right now. Today we're getting Random Treasure Chest, including Artemis arrows. Or is that an Artemis bow? Let me double check here. Nope, just arrows. Now you can steal arrows off the certain enemies, the best arrows in the game, outside of Medusa arrows. But regardless, arrows are arrows. Moving along. I said moving along. Let's go to the left for our next set of treasures. Ominous Chest, in a small room, all by its lonesome. Could this be? I think it is. So let's restore some hit points before diving into this one. Also, high potions. Have you stocked up on them? It might be a good idea, on like life potions and lots of remedies, ethers, and if you can afford them, elixirs. Also, one exit, just in case. You might have got it in previous adventure, but just in case the worst of the worst happens, don't forget to bring your smut. I'm sorry, moving on. Getting elixirs. It's always good. I should do my research beforehand. But why? Why should I? Because if you play through twice, it's just not quite as fun. In this case it is, though. Final Fantasy is probably the only Final Fantasy that I've played more than twice through as a child. And there's our blizzard. Is it a delicious treat, or is it a special item? It is just a delicious treat. Unfortunately, we cannot eat it here, because it's kind of cold in the moon's core. And I'd rather have some chili instead. It's our beloved trickster! And he scans himself for us. How wonderful! And his weakness is Bolt. So let's do the typical attack. Wait a minute. So, your weakness is Bolt. Really? You really think I'm gonna fall for that? Let's see if that really is your hit points and weakness, huh? Because something tells me you're lying to us. Actually, if you hit him with bolts, something nasty will happen to you. Also, this is a good guy to use Psych against to restore your magic points. Because Rydia will typically drain around 200 or more magic points from him in a single strike. Am I gonna let him cast a bolt? Yes. And yeah, what do you know? He was weak against bolt. But if you let him live, he will summon something rather nasty on you. So just don't let him do it. I may show that off later. Anyway, moving on. Along here is a dragon fossil. This thing looks fierce and does a nasty curse, which lowers your stats. But as you know, it's weak against cures and fire. Don't even bother. This thing only has 12,000 hit points and can be taken out really quick. Although it does hit very hard. Don't worry about it. Hopefully by this point you hit really hard too. And fossils are delicious. Easy cheesy. And what do I get at Trolls? An Infernal. Yeah. Not really that impressive. Ah, these one-time use items. Why do I keep collecting them? Why does Edge keep losing hit points? Moving on. I said moving on. Let's get more treasure. Like an X potion. That will restore, I believe, all your life. You'll have to double check me on that one. But you can't buy them. So, why? Monsters! That's why! Oh no, it's a behemoth! Now's a good time to test one theory. Now, one of my subscribers said he is weak against Pin, which is considered blind. I thought it was the type of hold myself. But I can never get Pin to land against him. Some said I could use Berserk, but then that would be silly, because we don't need a really strong behemoth. That is the absolute last thing we want. And I didn't mean to do that. But what happens if you do hit him with a kinda nasty spell? Something kinda nasty might happen to you. Like that, for example. No, it seems I need a stronger spell. And once again, Edge, we gotta work on your stealing skill. Behemoth will always counterattack. Physical with a physical, magic with usually a magic. So, let's see, I don't have that one spell yet. So let's call Bahamut on him, just to be nasty. he didn't do what I think he's going to do, so we're a-okay. If you use a strong smell like Nuke or Meteor against him, he will have a nasty magical counterattack. Or Holy. But Rosa doesn't have Holy yet. Oh, come on, that was not a spoiler. You knew she was going to get it eventually. So let's go ahead and wrap this up and call it a video. And as a reward for defeating the not-so-mighty behemoth, we get the Stardust Staff, or Rod, for Rydia. Another thing Rydia can abuse the party with.